A Sunday afternoon with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. A contest between conferences, Oracle Arena, Oakland, California, where the Warriors take their home floor. Pass to Green. Over Thompson. Leonard, no luck. Durant with it. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Some teams see Webb now struggling. Others are surging. It's the mad dash to determine playoff seedings, and it's fun to watch.
And for fans of the underdog, this is why we play out the season. Only the strong prevail. Survival of the fittest. Everybody wants a chance to try to make sure that their team is the one to win. So, yeah, struggling is common for everyone. How do you handle those struggles, and how do you get through them? And usually it's with teamwork, chemistry, and, again, some hard work at the end.
And Lowry has it in the corner. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Here's Leonard. Leonard on the wing. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, you see how much bigger he is than his stats. Does so many little things on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a great screen setter, takes charges, all the things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but are important when it comes to winning.
To the paint. Here's Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, just the length and explosiveness. Ibaka is a true force at the rim.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And Greg, with Lowry, it isn't like he's quiet on the stat sheet either.
No, he is a bulldog. I mean, scores it, the playmaking. He's just complete in terms of a backcourt player. Rebounds as well as anybody for his position, and got good hands on defense. It just gives you a little bit of everything at that point guard position.
Pass to Siakam. Outside Lowry. No good from outside. Now here's Cousins. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Leonard on the wing. Ibaka outside. Shot clock at 6. Toronto needs to get off his shot. Here's the 3. Thompson with the rebound. Here's Curry. Pass to Cousins. That one misses. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way.
Yeah, Coach Steve Kerr may seem to have a laid-back demeanor, but knowing personally, I'll tell you what, he's fiery. He's intense and he wants to win. When tempers flare, don't be surprised to see him smashing clipboards and letting loose on the sideline.
And playing for the Bulls, Kerr famously got into a fight with a teammate, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he has that competitive spirit, that edge you need to succeed in this game. Great people skills, sure. He's not a pushover.
Now here's Cousins. Back to Thompson. Will it go? And Thompson throws it down.
You know, Kevin, I love the aggressiveness right there by Klay. Pounding the rock, knifing his way to the rim.
Lowry up top. Outside Leonard. Pass to Green. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Danny Green, a terrific shooter who also, Greg, happens to give you great production on defense.
Yeah, and I have to say, Green's probably alone in history with his shooting and defense. Only player to ever have 6 or more seasons with at least 50 blocks and 70 threes. You know, it might be arbitrary checkpoints, but nevertheless, it illustrates just what Green brings to the table, a consistent 3 and D player.
And Durant, here we go.
I'm not sure what you're supposed to do as a defender when Durant drives. I'm just glad I never have to deal with it.
Pass to Anunoby. And it goes down 2 points.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And here is Iguodala. Shoots over Powell. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I like the shot selection on that one, despite the miss.
To the inside. Plays it up and banks it in. Powell's got his first bucket in this one.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Well, it takes a lot of confidence and toughness to make that play.
Here's Anunoby. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
No good from Durant.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Lets it go from 14. And again, it's Toronto converting.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Cousins gets it to go.
The bruising power of Cousins. Once he gets in prime position, he goes straight to work.
Here's Anunoby. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. On the wing, Iguodala. And Durant gets it to go.
There was a time when people said Durant didn't finish well through contact. Those days are long gone.
Knocked loose. Pass to Lynn. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul. 8 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. To the middle. And finished off by Gasol.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
And so it's Toronto.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
I mean, a huge lead, and already after this first quarter, they're starting to make it look easy.
I love it. They have their track shoes on. Right off the tip, they were in full attack mode. This offense is really churning.
Lynn looking it over. Inside. It's Gasol missing.
He loses concentration at the moment of truth and blows the layup.
Here's Iguodala. And Gasol sends it back.
Trying to challenge Gasol, big-time two-way player. He gets it done on both ends.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Marc Gasol is the more fiery of the Gasol brothers. Pau Gasol says, I sugarcoat things a little more than Marc. He's more emotional, more direct. And Marc said, when a mistake happens on defense, I know you're not concentrating. I don't allow that. He knows controlling his frustration is important. He says, I'm working on it. Guys?
Part of leadership, DA. Thank you. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Gasol's got the lead up to 13 now for Toronto. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout.
Look, Marc Gasol, he's a complete player on both ends of the floor. He's always a very present key on offense. One of the best defenders at the center position as well.
Poke loose. Here's Lynn. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Left side, Leonard. Over Cook. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And see Webb with Gasol and how he plays. He's even added a three-point shot in recent years.
I mean, is there anything he can't do that you wouldn't want from a center? Marc Gasol, he doesn't get enough credit for how smart he is on the floor. He sees the game very well and is precise with all his decisions.
And Green gets it to go.
I mean, this is something Draymond's added to his game, the floater over the top.
Got that one up quick. Leonard's got 5.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Now here's Gasol. After the miss from Stephen Curry. Pass to Siakam. To the wing right side. Green with the rebound. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's Stephen Curry with a 3. Curry's got himself on the board with 3 there.
He's going to play his game the way he wants to for a long time, because even when Curry gets older, even when he can't jump and can't run, he will never lose that jump shot. I mean, jump shots never get old.
So both teams making some changes here. Lynn's shot is off. Durant with it. Leonard picks him up. Pass to Green. Now Cousins. Left side Curry. Shot clock at 6. Back to Cousins. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Cousins has got his second basket. You know, see, we've spoken before about the skills that were hardest for you to develop. What parts of your game were the easiest to strengthen and fine-tune?
Wow, that's a great question, Ken. I had to think about that. The easiest. Well, I would say for me it was whatever I was doing well in college, and so that was on the post, on the right block, of stealing James Worthy's spin move. It was easier to get a little bit quicker in that because now I got to see him use it and do it to me. It was easier to have my jump shot start to get in the place that I wanted it to as a rookie. But why? Because I had one of the greatest shooters of all time, Chris Mullin, there to sit and practice with. And so when you have a great shooter and a mentor like him, it's easier because they explain it to you, and then not only do they explain how to do it, they show you through their work ethic. And so for me, it was pretty easy in those areas because I had a great mentor in Chris Mullin.
I love that story. Here's Siakam. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Raptors lead by 10.
And they just refuse to go away and really have slowly worked themselves back into the game.
Siakam pulls it in.
He's not about to get dunked on. The last line of defense coming up big.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
It's Curry outside.
He hasn't been very precise at all this morning.
To the paint. And stolen by Cousins. Pass to Curry. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
3-point shooting, mid-range, driving it, taking you off the dribble. I mean, all the elements of Curry's game is coming out over the course of a night.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Really well done there. Just confident and...
And so it's Toronto going into the break with a 10-point lead. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game.
And, of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recover. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab and make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
And here is Green after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true. But fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot, the footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
For three, Durant. Pocket six. Here's Curry. Stolen. Outside Leonard. High post try, and he gets the jumper to drop. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout.
Well, their goal was to limit their turnovers, and they've wasted way too many possessions with giveaways.
Outside Curry. Pass to Cousins. Thompson outside. That one goes in. Thompson's got 7.
Look, I love seeing Thompson convert through contact, muscling over whatever the D throws his way.
He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
And Lowry gets it to go.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Durant. Pass to Cook. 14 feet away. Basket good. 9 points for Kevin Durant.
It hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
And they pick up 2. And that's now 6 points for Marc Gasol.
Soft touch of Gasol. I mean, outstanding in close. He lets the ball glide off his fingertips.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Here's Siakam. And he slams it one-handed.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. To the paint. Green. Got a piece of it. They retain possession. Bangs home the trifecta.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Chris, of current players who could eventually become coaches, who would you put in that category? There are a lot of brilliant guys that play this game, think the game through so well.
Chris Paul, Ariza, those guys come to mind for some reason to me. Klay Thompson,
yes,
he comes to mind. And I don't know if it's the personality that I see these guys in or if it's the way that they approach the game. But, yeah, those guys come to mind. I definitely can see them taking the game to another level once their playing days have ended.
The Raptors making a switch here. Toronto leading by 5. Anunoby in the corner. Pass to Siakam. Buries it down low. Siakam's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, you can't lay that pass in there any better.
Picked him clean. And here we go. Fast break. Lynn's got it. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And really, Lynn has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
Back to Iguodala. And that one drops. Iguodala's got his first basket.
Good movement there. And the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
Pass to Lynn. And it's Looney with the rebound. 1:04 left here in the third quarter. Iguodala with the bucket.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint. And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half. If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Exactly, but you still want a decent look because if you miss, the strategy doesn't help you.
Now here's Iguodala. He has 5. 5 to shoot. Pass to Looney. Here's Livingston. A three-pointer off the mark.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
The call will go against Jerebko. That is his first foul of the game. Toronto leading by 4. Now Powell, guarded by Curry. Pass to Gasol. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Tries again, and it's good on the way in. Gasol's got 8 points.
And this is why you got to put a body on Gasol. Great size and anticipation on the glass.
And so it's Toronto with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Here's Powell. Pass to Gasol. Ibaka outside. Back to Gasol. Cousins pulls it in. Here's Looney. Here's Cousins. Cuts off the pass. And here is Powell. And here is Ibaka. He's covered by Livingston. Back to Powell. Tipped away. It's stolen by Livingston. Here's Curry. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Marc Gasol.
So heading to the line is Curry. I mean, just an offensive, just an impressive dribble drive.
And both free throws good for Curry.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times. I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
There's Green with the 3. Rebound by the Raptors. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Anunoby. And Durant sends it back.
Durant covers a ton of ground with his length, using his wingspan to wipe away shots.
From outside, off the mark. You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. We've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or 2, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Durant with it. 4 on the shot clock. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
I mean, if you're Curry's teammate, this is what you have to do. Take advantage of the defender reacting to him. I mean, he'll find you if you're open.
And Durant sends it back to take the lead. Green inside the three-point line. And that's good. Steph Curry for 3. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Reminding us again why he's one of the game's great clutch shooters.
Toronto calls timeout.
And with the tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Man, they straight up been getting smoked over the stretch. They really need to refocus here.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Toronto's head coach had some words for his team during the break. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Leonard with the steal. Here's Siakam. Green with the block.
Like a Jaguar looking for his next meal. Draymond pouncing on the attempted shot.
Pass to Leonard. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. That'll be a 5-second call.
That's an unforced error that will drive a coach crazy. Got to play heads up out there.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Siakam. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. And the Raptors lead by 1.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
That's just an attack mindset. I love it. Game on the line. These are competing guys.
He gets it in there. 14 points for Steph Curry.
Mr. Get buckets. It's unbelievable how many of these Curry makes.
Over to the left wing. Back to Leonard. Down low. Just 5 on the clock. And he makes that one. And it's 6 points for Serge Ibaka.
Big stakes, big bucket. Ibaka showing he has the mettle to rise to the challenge.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. To the inside. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Entered on the wing. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. And Toronto has possession. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's the break. Here's Thompson. Cousins trying to free himself up. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Curry. Leonard with the steal. Pass to Lowry. It's in!
Guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations. Give this man his props.
Here's Thompson. Now recovering. Back to Curry. From deep. Durant in the corner. And the three off target. And here are the Raptors now. Leonard looking around. Pass to Gasol. Count it!
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
That's why you can't let yourself get in this deeper hole. Very little time now to climb out.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Guys, your thoughts?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Well, do you go with your rhythm? You have to decide, do you run something new, something that's been working, something they haven't seen?
And he jams it with authority.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up.
Leonard attacking. Green with the block. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge,